Ndebele says although more fatal crashes have been recorded this festive season than in 2010, road fatalities dropped by 13%, and the residential property market remains oversupplied and overpriced. I'm Richard Brooks. Transport Minister Ndebele says although more fatal crashes have been recorded this festive season than in 2010, road fatalities dropped by 13%. Ndebele had announced at Pretoria that 1,475 people have lost their lives on South Africa's roads. 1,230 fatal crashes were recorded. In 2010, 1,704 people were killed in traffic accidents. He says during the period between December the 1st and January the 10th, more than 70% of the crashes were head-on collisions. Leela Magnus reports.
Transport Minister Ndebele says from 1 December 2011 to 8 January 2012, more than 1.5 million vehicles and drivers were checked and more than 500,000 fines were issued. 13,439 drivers were arrested, of which 2,492 were for drunk driving. Ndebele says the most common causes of crashes were speeding, dangerous and reckless driving, alcohol abuse and driver and vehicle fatigue. He called on South Africans to make 2012 the beginning of the end of bad driving in South Africa. Ndebele says it is a disaster that 40 people die on South African roads every day.
Only 8% of national departments received clean audit outcomes, while 39% of the national public entities managed to achieve this. That's according to Auditor General Terence Nombembe, who released 2 reports relating to audits of national and provincial government departments in Pretoria. Unqualified audits were issued to 67% of the national departments and 53% of public entities. Nombembe says unfortunately 26% of the national departments and only 8% of the public entities achieved qualified audit opinions. The residential property market remains oversupplied and overpriced. That's according to FNB's latest estate agent home buying survey. The survey shows that the imbalance between demand and supply has worsened further, with the average time of a home remaining on the market before being sold, increasing to nearly 18 weeks in the fourth quarter of 2011. Another factor pointing to weak demand is that around 90% of all sellers have to drop their prices in order to make a sale. The estimated average price drop required of sellers increased from 11% in 2010 to 13% by the end of last year. Fertility rates in South Africa are expected to drop below the replacement level by 2040. The SA Institute of Race Relations says births per woman will drop by 17% between 2010 and 2040. The birth rate has already slumped with 20% over the past decade. The Institute of Race Relations are expected to release a report next week on population growth and birth rates. The African population will fall below the replacement level in 2035, while the coloured population would have reached this point in 2015. The white and Indian populations, which already have low fertility rates, are expected to experience slight increases in fertility. The decline in the birth rates was partly due to improved education levels and higher female labour participation, accessibility of contraceptives and urbanization.